guys, Bart from TST Industries here. Welcome to TST Garage. In the shop with me is a 2024 and up Kawasaki KLX 300. In this video, we will be showing you how to install our LED signals on the front of this bike. In front of me, you see three of our most popular signal sets. Although we do have different signal sets that we do offer for this bike, and they are listed on our website. These are the ones that I wanted to highlight in this video because I feel they fit this body style the best. Here you see our Quadrix lamp. It features 4 super high intensity LEDs behind a very sophisticated array of optics. It has a very cool techie look. It is clear potted. On the circuit side, it does give you a very high-tech feel. Very nice shape, very bright lamp. It also has a running light should you have the ability to wire in a running light. On this particular bike, the signals only have 2 conductors, one for ground, one for powering the signal. So you have to use our separate running light connection kit along with the instructions contained in a separate video that we have for this particular lamp. So if you choose to do this signal, the physical installation will be as I will demonstrate, but if you want to hook in the running light, you will have to follow that other video that's available in the product page of this lamp. Here in front of me, you see the BL6 signal. What I'm holding here is the sequential one. It signals from the inboard to the outboard in a lighting up pattern. We also have these in a standard version that just light up all LEDs at the same time. There are 6 LEDs in here. The sequential pattern looks really, really nice. This is a very bright lamp, and the intensity comes from this slim package. So a lot of guys choose this because it's very minimal, yet very, very bright. Our Echo signal is made of all aluminum, CNC machined construction. It does have really cool iconography inscribed into the body and the cap. It does feature this anodized ring that comes silver by default. What you see here are the optional rings that you could purchase as a separate component. If you'd like to change this, you just take the cap off and change the ring, and that will help you match the style on your bike. Now, this particular signal uses one very, very high intensity LED. It's like a Cree LED firing through a very nice lens that ends up broadening the cone as it flies away from the lens. Even though it looks very, very small, it does pack a really big punch. So those are also very popular here at TST Industries. Whichever one you choose, the installation flow will be very, very similar. What we'll be using along with these guys is our harness converters. Over the years, bullet connectors, 3.5 millimeter bullet connectors became very popular on signaling components. So we sort of adhered to this standard emerging among all the aftermarket companies. Our signal sets come pre-configured with these bullet connectors, and you just plug them in yellow to yellow, black to black. The other end is terminated in a vehicle specific connector. This goes into the plug provided by the manufacturer here, and boom, you're good to go. The installation of this particular set on this bike is very simple. I want to thank Kawasaki for making it very, very simple for us. I'd like to get wrenching, but one more thing I have to mention. This bike comes with incandescent light bulbs as the light source of the signals. Whether you've changed the tail like we have here to an integrated tail light, the front to an aftermarket set of signals, or both, you will have some kind of a symptom from your signaling system. Typically, the system goes into hyperflash, where it will flash much faster than the 85 cycle per minute rate that it's supposed to flash at. So some people wire in resistors, and we do offer resistors, but they're cumbersome. You have to wire in each lamp has to have its separate resistor. So we do offer our flasher relays that are made for LED equipment. It is a very simple installation. We do have a separate video going over how to install this. It's essentially removing this panel and replacing the OEM relay with ours. It's plug and play, good to go. It's also adjustable. Should you not like the 85 cycle per minute rate, our video will instruct you on how to make that adjustment to your flash rate of choice. That's pretty much it for the table portion. Let's jump on the bike and start wrenching. Step 1, we will be removing this fastener on this side and its matching fastener on the other side. Tool of choice will be an 8mm socket. Do like to have a magnetic retractor for deeper screw locations, but you can also get that with smaller fingers or a needle nose plier set. Those 2 screws will release this entire assembly here. Pull forward on it and then pull up. That disengages the locking features. And then we'll remove this connector. We can put this headlight assembly to the side. Once in here, we can identify the wires and connectors for our signals. Press on the unlock feature of the connector, and you can withdraw the males from the inside. This is being problematic here, so I will use a tiny flathead screwdriver to unlock it from the male connector side. Okay, we have front signals disconnected. Now I'm going to grab a Phillips screwdriver and I'm going to undo this screw here. Once this screw comes out, this entire signal is ready to come out. I will feed the connector through all these components here. We do have a plate set, a grommet and a plate that goes within it. That is pretty nice here. We typically sell separate plate converters for these applications, but for this bike, I believe that this is nice enough. It'll make for a nice mounting location for our signal. So I'm going to get the screw that I just backed out of here and turn it back in. And then I will lock this inner plate against the grommet. All right, at this point, I'll grab one of the signals that we chose. For this particular build, I'm choosing the BL6 sequential signal. Let's get the fasteners off of it. We'll run the wiring from the outside to the inside. Now, it's important to note at this point that these signals are side specific. You do have a TST Industries inscription on the back side away from the lens. Obviously, well, it's legible, so I want to make the TST Industries upright. Get my washer back on, get the nut fed back on. And now I'm going to thread this up. I'm going to get it hand tight while adjusting it so that the center plane of the beam is parallel to the ground. I'll grab myself an open-ended wrench, 13mm for this case. And I'm going to tighten down on this nut a little bit. Now what we need to realize here is that we are pressurizing rubber against rubber. This will not rotate from vibration, so all we have to do is preload the 2 pieces of rubber together and that'll be it. If you try to turn the nut in way too far, you will strain that overmolded rubber connection here and that will mechanically break your components. Let's use caution there and then move forward to the actual connection. Like I said in the intro, it's yellow, yellow, black to black. On this particular installation, Quadrix lamp installation carries its own wiring requirements, and we have that in a separate video. These insulating caps do have a tendency to slide around just a little bit. So what I like to do is lock them down in place. We do not want to cause a short circuit after installation, and during signaling there will be positive 12 cycling through here. So let's go ahead and make sure that these things are locked down. They won't move. And this side was connected to the black connector here. Plug this in, give it a quick test. What you see here is a very, very fast flash rate. It's not even allowing 2 of the LEDs to fully illuminate. Once in a while, it'll jump a little bit. So we will in fact need to change the relay. We will do that at the end of this installation flow just to show you guys what these signals actually look like on the bike. For now, I'm going to just route these wires in a way that they will be self-captive in here once I place the headlight assembly back in. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, let's verify that we have everything cinched off and ready to receive the headlight. Plug it in first. We'll need to seat these 2 rubber grommets on the pegs within here first. And then work those grommets on until we get the side windows for the 2 screws we took out in the first step aligned with their receiving holes. At this point, I will get the screws from step 1 seated back in their receiving threaded bosses. Let's tighten this down all the way. And that will be the end of the physical installation here. I will allow myself to go off camera, put in a flasher relay, an appropriate LED flasher relay, so I can show you guys the proper function of these lamps. All right, the relay's in. Let's give it a test now. Finally show you proper function. Boom, beautiful. Inboard to outboard sweeping motion, sequential light action. Test both sides. All right, good to go. I really love the way these things look. Whether you choose these, Quadrix, Echo, or any of our other lineup of LED signals, this video here will empower you to install them on your bike by yourself with simple tools. If you like what you see here, check out TSTindustries.com. We have these signals ready to go, ready to ship to your house. Thank you for watching. Ride safe. Drop me some comments, hit like, subscribe. See you later.